You've probably heard them called the kings of P-pop. And when you see the sold-out tours and the Billboard nominations, it's easy to get why. But all that success was built on years of just unbelievable sacrifice. So what did it actually cost to earn that crown? Let's get into it.
Look at this. This right here. It says it all, doesn't it? On one side, you have the kings, Billboard nominees, CEOs of their own company. And on the other, the trainees, unpaid, sharing meals, and constantly facing the threat of being cut. It's like two different worlds. And the journey from that side to this one, well, that's the real story.
You know, we hear that phrase, blood, sweat, and tears, thrown around all the time. But for SB19, this wasn't some artsy lyric for a song. This was their literal, day in, day out reality for 3 straight years. To really get what they went through, you have to look at the numbers. We're talking about a 1,000-day ordeal here. And this wasn't just about being tired. This was a brutal physical and financial fight for pure survival. Okay, so get this. For three entire years, they were training non-stop. Sometimes for up to 12 hours every single day, just grinding and pushing their bodies to the absolute limit. And for all of that work, for over 1,000 days of labor, they earned a grand total of 0. Not a single penny. So the question is, how on earth did they even eat? Well, it was a masterclass in just making it work. They got this tiny allowance that was really just enough to cover their commute. That's it. You had Josh, who was somehow juggling this insane training schedule with jobs as a call center agent and a computer tech. It got so bad that the entire group would have to pool whatever tiny amount of cash they had just to share one meal between the 5 of them. Think about that. But the physical and financial stuff, that was only half the battle. The mental game, the psychological pressure, that was designed to absolutely crush them. Okay, try to picture this. Every single week, you have an evaluation, and if you mess up, if you have one bad performance or just miss a single step, you're out. Done. Sent home. They had to watch their friends get cut week after week, knowing that at any moment they could be next. The pressure is just unimaginable. And this is where the story takes a fascinating turn. Because a system like that, it's built to turn you against each other, right? To make you rivals fighting for a spot. But they did the exact opposite. They made a choice. We're not going to compete with each other. We're going to lean on each other. They became a team when the system wanted them to be enemies. And it wasn't just talk. It was super practical. Pablo was the strongest vocalist, so what did he do? He coached everyone else. The guys who were the best dancers, they broke down the choreography for the others. They basically became their own support system, patching up each other's weaknesses until they were this single, solid unit. So after years of this grind, they finally got to debut. And you'd think that's the happy ending, right? Not even close. The hardest part was actually still ahead of them. They were about to face their do-or-die moment, their one last shot.
Let's just put this on a timeline. Training starts in 2016, 2 years of At Hell, and they debut in 2018 with their first single, Till Aloha. And the result of all that sacrifice? Crickets. The song just fizzled out. By 2019, it was basically over. The group was on the verge of being dropped completely.
But their company gave them one final chance. One more song. It was called Go Up, and the message was crystal clear. If this doesn't work, SB19 is finished. For good. This was it. So what do you do when your entire dream is riding on one song? Well, apparently you practice the choreography 1,000 times. No, that is not an exaggeration. 1,000 times. Can you even imagine the focus, the desperation, the sheer hope that went into every single one of those practices? And you know what? That insane all-or-nothing gamble? It worked. The dance practice video for Go Up just exploded online. It went viral. And suddenly, after years of silence, the whole world was watching. This wasn't just survival anymore. This was the beginning of their reign. That one last shot changed everything. It took them from struggling trainees to P-pop titans. They became the first Southeast Asian act ever to be nominated for a Billboard Music Award. They launched their own company, 1Z Entertainment, and now they're the ones creating jobs and giving new artists a platform. I mean, that's the ultimate full circle moment. The 5 guys who had to pool their money to share a single meal are now running a company that helps feed the dreams of other artists. It's just incredible. Their story is just such a powerful reminder that the struggle is often where the strength comes from. It really makes you think about your own journey, your own dreams, and you just have to ask yourself, does hearing all that make you want to push just a little bit harder?